tilted. Is that actually horizontal? What the hell? What the? Ooh, my sunglasses are so filthy. So I thought about running the Black Canyon Trail because I can just go up this road I'm on right now. They're still very filmy with nose grease and whatever, but it's okay. We're just gonna go with it. But anyways, I got thought about going up because I can go up this road a little bit, and then there's a little a road old mining road that cuts straight up to the Black Canyon Trail. And I can either run that way on the Black Canyon Trail, or I could just drop down and run that way in the Black Canyon Trail, which is what I thought about doing. But I think we might just climb, because this road goes up on I don't know if it goes all the way up to the ridge, but I've been up on the top part of this, coming from the backside, because there's an alternate trail on the Black Canyon Trail that kind of goes around this on top of this ridge. So that might be fun. And I think once I get up there, I can actually go that direction quite a ways, and I could come back this way if I wanted to. But we'll see. I'm not taking my spare battery with me because I just don't know if I want to stay alive that long. But I do need to eat something though. Haven't had any breakfast. I can't get my container open. There we go. Once I started, then it went really well. Okay, let's go with. We'll take a couple of these with us as well. Had to buy me some more. These are like my favorite little things. I like them better than gels. The only problem is they're only like 70 calories. But for like doing little training runs like this, I like them a lot. Like them a lot. Okay, and drink some water. And let's get going, I guess. It is, that sun feels warm, and it is just gonna freaking, like if in the sun exposure is gonna feel really, really warm out here, but it's actually only supposed to get up to like 80 degrees, 81 degrees. Got down to 51, I think, last night is when I looked at my thermometer this morning. I think it's at 51. We're gonna go, I'm probably just gonna hike a lot of this up. I mean, I'll do little spurts of running and everything. So we're gonna go up the road this way, and I don't know if you guys can see, but the road does continue all the way up to the top of that ridge, and I think that's what we're gonna do. normally just up here a little ways, there's a little road that I can make it out. You probably can't, that goes up here. The Black Canyon Trail is right there. I mean, it is like so super close. And it continues down that way. Like the race course itself comes from up on top of that little plateau and cuts down into here, and then it goes way over there, and then it comes back this direction. I love that section of the trail, so I really thought about doing that. And from here, I mean, before you start getting like really deep into the canyon up here, because it does kind of drop down into a canyon, you get really good cell service. I mean, the cell tower is, can I see it right from here? It's like right up here somewhere. I have 5G service from right here, which is one reason why I like it. Oh, and by the way, this is like the very first spot, my first time ever being here at Black Canyon. And this is the spot where me and Nessa stayed for the very first time. So, yeah. It's arguably, I think, probably the best spot out here. And surprisingly, it was open, because the last few times I've been here, it hasn't been. And there is a mining claim up here. This is what's weird about Arizona. I don't know what their rules are, but like in Montana, you can't have, this is all public land. So you can't have a mining claim on it. But here in Arizona, there's a mining claim right here. Like, it's not very far, it's right here. I mean, there's even a sign right here for it. That how you can't take, there's a mining claim here, you're not allowed to take any rocks or anything away from it. All that kind of stuff. It's just weird to me. So you do occasionally, like if you're parked where I'm at, you do occasionally get the guy that has a mining claim coming out here and doing stuff. Usually on the weekends. Not usually during the week, but you can see the sign right there for the mining claim. It's just crazy. Just crazy. And you see that scattered about a few places. But, oh, now you can see the cell tower. Yeah, it's right there. But, yeah, it's supposed to be about 80 degrees today. As I was driving in, I was like, I really wanted some spots up on top of the plateau, because then I would just run the canyon. I wouldn't be able to live stream very good, but figured I'd still be able to do some. And is this the road? Yeah, this is the road that I usually take. It's not even really a road anymore. I mean, you can get on a four-wheeler, but to get up to intersect with the Black Canyon Trail, you can. There's another spot just right up here that's really good for, you know, somebody like me, where you don't have you're not pulling a camper trailer, and you know, you're just sitting there. Yeah, right here. You could camp as well, but there's these ruts right here that are a little more eroded. I could make it through with my van. See, I'm way down there. I could make it through with my van, but if I don't have to, I'm not gonna. So this spot right here is really nice too. But you don't usually see anybody come up this high. But it is quite nice. Oh, we're gonna just go up this way. Let the legs warm up. The legs warm up before we run a little bit. But I'll do some run, walk. I don't want to push myself too hard. Spent, I don't know, what did I do? Like 3 hours in the studio yesterday afternoon, getting ready for producing these live streams for Air Viper Running for the Michael McKnight FKT attempt that he's getting ready to start. He was originally going to start on Thursday, which would be, well, today's Thursday. So I would have had to have been there this morning. And he changed it to Friday. And then I got word last night that there's a chance he might change it to start time on Saturday. So I either need to be there bright and early tomorrow morning or Saturday. And there's a part of me, I'm conflicted because there's a part of me that's like wants him to start tomorrow for multiple reasons. One, because then I would be doing 3 episodes instead of 2 episodes of producing. And 2, Jamil will be there tomorrow morning if he starts tomorrow morning, but he can't be there Saturday, which is why they needed me. Originally, he wasn't going to be there on Friday either, which is why they asked me if I could produce. Because Jamil, he can produce and host at the same time if needed. So just in case something went wrong, I mean, I sat down with one of their producers yesterday afternoon, and we pretty much built the OBS studio for it together. So I mean, I'm very familiar with it. Who is that? Oh, that's Rachel. So I'm very much familiar with the software and all that, and I can, if anything goes wrong, I can troubleshoot and pretty much fix it. But so it'd be not, but it would still be nice to have Jamil there just in case. Mostly because if something weird goes on, like right now, because I'm logged into their stuff, and I don't know their passwords or anything. But when I left there yesterday, we're just leaving everything logged in and open on their studio computers. I know the password for the computer, but not to get into like their Google Drives and share drives and everything. But now if he starts on Saturday, I don't have that luxury. But then there's also that part of it, hopes he starts on Saturday instead of tomorrow, because then ooh, ow, gosh dang. What the hell did I hit? I didn't see a rock sticking up. I hit something with my toe and that hurt. I am the producer, that's true. But now it sounds like there's a possibility he might start on Saturday, which means I'm only going to get 2 episodes to produce. But then that'd be kind of nice too, because I will be out of here. Because if I have to, if he starts tomorrow, I have to leave here at like 4:30 in the morning to get to the studio in time to get everything turned on, set up, get the host all lined out, make sure our connections are working, all that kind of stuff. I have a key to their building, so I can get in really early. Where if they do it on Saturday, if he starts on Saturday, then I only have like a 45-minute drive, because I'll be out at the Javelina course, sleeping out there. So It's a lot closer than here. Two is better than none? No, it is. Two is definitely better than none. And I mean, you never know why he's, I would guess and say probably weather is why he's thinking about starting a day later. And if that's the case, well, or no matter what the case, maybe he's just having, feeling just a little something with his body, so he doesn't want to start that day, give himself an extra day or something. But you never know. You could, depending on whatever the reason is, he might decide to start on Monday, and then I won't have any episodes, which is fine. I mean, whatever it is. This is all about him, not about me. And he is raising money for a pretty good charity, so by doing this as well. Oh, I don't know why, but this road looks a lot further away. Like this ridge that this road goes off looks a lot further away than it really is, because we've only gone half a mile and it looks like we're damn near there already. He probably wants to give you a chance to see your potential. Well, now the guy that's doing the race, or doing his FKT attempt, he could care less about me. He has nothing to do with any of the stuff, the whole live stream thing about it. I mean, if it was up to him, he wouldn't even be having any media attention on it. And Jamil is the type of person that if he's reaching out to somebody to help out for especially production, then that means he has got his plate extremely full, because he is one of those that would rather do it himself to ensure that it goes great. Not necessarily a micromanager, but because a micromanager, they want to make sure every detail is done, all that kind of stuff. He wants to do it himself. Oh, I don't know. I'll have to see when we get up there, but I'm not sure if I'll have signal once we get up back there. And Jamil has given me the opportunity. He doesn't provide opportunities like that for things like this. Like he will reach out to people he trusts so that something will, to make sure things are successful. But he doesn't provide opportunities for people. Not at all. He's even talked about that on like podcasts where people have invited him on their podcast and everything. How he needs to get better at doing stuff like that. Letting go and letting other people do things. And oh wow, there's a spot way back here too. I've never actually been up this far on this road. I knew it existed, but definitely wouldn't want to take my van up that road. I could make it, but I wouldn't want to take it. When I left, it was 62 degrees. Feels warmer because the sun's shining, but it could be a lot warmer. I wear my long sleeve shirt just so I don't get sunburned as bad as I would if I didn't have a long sleeve shirt on. Oh, you guys probably can't Probably can't tell, but it's like 30 here with lots of snow. Yeah, I saw Montana had a bunch of snow on it too, which kind of sucks because I was hoping to, when I get back, to do some bigger runs up in the mountains, but oh well. In fact, it's gonna be hard for me to hunt because I just have my van, and my hunting district, there's only a couple roads going back in there, and there's a lot of snow. It was iffy sometimes with my truck with the 4-wheel drive and lots of ground clearance. So I don't know what it's going to be like with my van trying to get back in some of those areas. And I'll have to figure out my schedule of like how much I'm going to be in Montana versus how much I'm going to be down in other areas, but I won't know that until I find out if and when I'm going to get a puppers. So it's all dependent on that, because I definitely need to house break, potty train the puppers before I start going in the traveling around in the van where house training rules don't apply as much. Oh man, this is a climb. I don't know if you guys can tell how steep this is, but it is definitely a climb. And this section here isn't too bad. Man, that last section with all the rocks was difficult travel too, because a lot of rocks is not the best footing. Whew. We're back into a bunch of rocks again, because they don't stay placed. You step on them and then your feet slip around a lot. Holy cow, this is steep. Get me a new pair of shoes. If I'm gonna be running in the snow at all, I need to get myself a pair of the normal, how do you say it, Tomirs. They have a high ankle Tomir designed for running in wet, muddy conditions, which I think would do well in snow. Save up though, because I don't have the money. I don't know if you can see the van way down there, but that's where we started. Like I said, we're not even at a mile yet, and what does it look like? Must just be shadow. Looks like all of a sudden there's somebody down there by my van. Yeah, we're almost up to I say almost up to the top of the ridge, but it was probably a false summit that I see. Gosh dang, this is steep. Holy cow. This is steep. Dang, this got steep. This top section. Man alive. I won't be able to run up this even in my best shape. This is power line trail steepness. Doesn't help with this big loose rock either. Does not make the footing nice. Get back over here to the rock. I wouldn't really call it a rock slab, but at least it's more solid rock. Instead of rock crumbles. Alright, I don't have that option. I just got rock crumbles again. Oh, a little bit of a flatter spot right here. Whew. What the heck? Some sort of bird up here. Making tracks all over this path. I don't know what kind of bird it is, but some kind of bird. There's a random, what is that? A drawer maybe? It's hard to tell. Kind of looks like a cabinet drawer. It's like that's kind of random to just be out here. We just barely hit the mile mark. So that was a 23-minute mile. Not the fastest. But it wasn't really that steep either. I say that, and we did about, in that mile, we did roughly 400 feet of vert. Other than that one section that was super steep, it wasn't too bad. Considering, think about power line that I do a lot is less than a mile with 1,000 feet of vert. So, hopefully, I don't know if I'm gonna, because I'm kind of getting into a little bit of a draw here. I don't know if I'm gonna have signal the whole way up or not. But I think I'll try and go down that trail down to where it drops down onto that other road, and then come back on the Black Canyon Trail. I've been where this gets to the top. I've gone up from the other side of this, which is down lower on the other side is the alternate Black Canyon Trail. There's another, what is that? That looks like ballast for fluorescent lamps, fluorescent lighting. Holy cow, I'm higher than plateau on the other side. That doesn't seem right. But seems like that would be more than 500 feet of vert from where I'm at to the top of that plateau, but maybe not. Anyways, I came up like the second half of this loop that I was thinking about doing. I've done before because I climbed up from the other side up to this ridge line. I left the alternate Black Canyon trail, but that whole area back there is pretty cool. See if we can get a good look at it once we get to the top, if I'm still alive by then. A little excited to see this year's race. There's some big competition on both the ladies and the men's side. It'll be interesting to see what unfolds during the race. Like on the women's side, there's some fierce competition there, but it seems like Heather Jackson might be the favorite. And so it'll be interesting. Like last year, she was in the lead for like the first 100K and then faded, and it was her first 100-mile distance. First ultra, I think, actually. And because she was a Ironman triathlete. Prior to that, and she just did a 100-mile gravel bike race like a week ago or 2 weeks ago or something. So it'd be interesting to see how well she does. But she finished, I think she dropped all the way back down to like 8th or 9th place last year because she faded so much. But now with a lot more experience, it'll be interesting to see how she does. She did get her golden ticket last year to go to Western States, which is why there's so many competitors here, because this is a golden ticket race, which is at Black Canyons last year because of her performance at Javelina. But it'll be interesting to see how she does, and then it'd be nice to see her. She didn't have a good race at Western States. She ended up twisting her ankle really, really bad midway through the race and had to actually drop out. And if you twist your ankle, if a pro drops out like that, they did something. It was a bad ankle sprain or whatever you want to call it. There's some big name people. Then on the guys' side, I'd love to see Joe McConaughey, good old string bean. I'd love to see him get his golden ticket, but he's not known as a speedy guy, so I don't know how well he's going to do compared to the other people. He's probably the biggest name, but he's an FKT specialist. He's not known for shorter, which is weird to say, not makes sense with him, but shorter distance specialist. He's not known for his speed. He's a 200 plus miler, not a fast shorter distance. Oh man. Okay, well, I don't remember where the trail came off. Was it right here maybe? Might have been right there. No, that doesn't seem right. It was actually probably over here. Yeah, it would have been over here more that I came up on the other side of this knob. Because I remember I was near the junction down there with all those trails and the windmill. But there's actually a mining claim down there too. These roads would be cool if you had a four-wheeler just to cruise around. Or if you had a really good overlander to camp in. And then you got the good old Bradshaws back there. Crown King is up there, which is a cool place to go. Oh man, we're gonna go this way. And I think this is, I smell cows. I don't see cows, but I smell cows. But we're gonna go up this way. Man, this is a climb. This is a climb here. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do. Gosh dang, what do I got in my shoe? Something's poking me. I don't know what I got in my shoe, but it'd be interesting to see how I throw together my training plan for my next few races, because they are flat, speedy races, and I have not done speed work of any sort for at least 3 years. So I do not like speed work. So this will be interesting. I react well to speed work. Last time I did, I actually trained with speed work. I got way faster in the span of about a 4-month period. I dropped my half marathon times by half an hour actually. Just by doing some speed work. So it'll be interesting. My plan is to do some shorter, faster intervals in December for preparation. USATF individual cross country championships in January, and then after that I still be doing speed work, but a little bit slower pace, more tempo driven, longer like tempo steady state runs than intervals, where I'm going to train for 8-minute pace for the 100-mile championships. So we'll see. I mean, I can do my marathon pace was 6:50 back when I was doing a lot of speed work, so I think I can do hopefully 8 minutes. If I can do 8 minutes, I will definitely take first for the Masters category. And and possibly even podium overall. So we'll see. Remember where this goes down at. It's got to be over there somewhere. Okay, I gotta keep myself honest now that we're on the top and do a little bit of running. Because otherwise, what am I doing out here? I'm just out for a walk. My legs are feel a little bit heavy 2 days after that big attempt I did, which doesn't make sense because my legs actually felt okay after that run the other day, but that was more just totally depleted, dehydrated, and lack of nutrition in that race. This footing is iffy on this. This downhill here. It is iffy. So we'll just take it gingerly going down. Let's train for a bigger run. I'd full send it down this to work on technical downhill running, but I don't need to do that. Don't need to risk injury. Definitely gonna have to hit the gym more in this next training block, because if you're doing a lot of flat road running, then you develop a lot of muscle imbalances, risking injury, things like runner's knee, because you get muscle imbalances, and I have problems with runner's knee if I don't work on it. So definitely gonna have to focus on a lot of strength workouts in the gym this next training block, which starts in about 2 weeks. Is that right? I think it's 2 weeks. Maybe a week. I don't know. What is today? It's whatever that. I want to say like the 11th of November. That's got to be 2 weeks, doesn't it? That doesn't sound right. Would that be on a Monday? Could be. I guess. 11th November. Is that Veterans Day? I don't know. Hopefully, I'm still on the road. I think I am. Or on the direction I think I am. I think if I go up over that is where the road that drops down is. It might be like right over there. And that's the road I need. And that road sucks. It is so steep running downhill. You see four-wheel tracks going up that thing. Maybe up, I don't know. Maybe they're just going down, but I would rather go up it than down. That's how steep it is. If I was in a four-wheeler, I feel like I'm gonna flip frontwards going down it, because it is steep. It's just an old mining road, which just makes you wonder, like, how did like these vehicles? I guess it was probably more just wagons back in the day, but still, these some vehicles going up and down that thing of some sort. There's some coyote poops. Coyote poops. I should have just brought my extra battery pack. Why did I just not do that? Because I could have done this whole loop, I'm pretty sure, as far as I haven't signaled, but whatever. Because I think, I mean, at the most, I only think this would be like, I don't know, 4 miles, 5 miles maybe 10K. I don't think so. I think we're talking like 5 miles tops. I guess it would be more than 4 because I'm at almost 2 miles now. And probably from when I hit the road or get back on the Black Canyon trail is probably 2 miles from there back to the van. So maybe 6. Maybe we'll be at 6. I don't think it's going to take me 2 miles to get down to the Black Canyon trail. Oh man. Oh, I guess I did run some uphill. I was like, why the hell am I so out of breath? It's like that was all downhill. No, I did run some uphill. This is uphill too. So I just told myself, well, you ran some uphill back there, you can run some uphill up here too. Getting a little worried. Yeah, so it does right there, because I remember this road goes off that direction. A little fork in the road. And last time I was up here, because I thought about doing that, seeing where it went, but it dead ends. It like goes to the edge of that, because this is just a short ridge, and so that's the last peak in this ridge. So that little road actually just drops off, like it just ends on the side of the hill, overlooking the drop off. Oh man, this is steep. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Whew. Actually sweating. I am sweating now. I'm working too hard. I don't want to be sweating. Oh, that breeze feels good though. Now that we're on top of the ridge line again. Part of me that kind of hopes that he starts on Saturday as well is then I can get another run out here tomorrow. Of course, then I'll probably go up the canyon up here, up into there, maybe climb the plateau from where I'm parked. That would be about probably an 8 or 9 mile run with, I don't know, I think it's like 700 feet of vert, 800 feet of vert maybe. Should be running right now, but it looks like somebody's probably getting ready to stake a claim right here. Oh, I should be running right now, but man, these views, I never get tired of them. People always talk about, the desert and how ugly it is and everything. I find beauty in everything. To me, it's all different. It's all different kinds of beauty. up into those mountains over there too. And those are like, let's just say the reason why he wants to redo this FKT attempt is because it gives him flashbacks and horrible memories of going through those on his last attempt last year. So he wants to conquer those more than anything. But I think the reason why those did him in is because some things that happened earlier, a few days prior. We'll see. Hopefully he can do it. I hope he does. Yeah, this is where we turn down, like I said. And just goes around to the other end over here and stops. This drops down now. Yeah, because we're going to be on this side of that ridge right there where we connect down here further. And then the trail pretty much just hugs the edge of that on the other side. There is a little spur, if I remember right, down here that goes off that direction as well that dead ends. So hopefully I continue in the correct direction. See, look at this. This is just so nasty and steep. It is just nuts. Like, my feet are slipping just going down this. This is exactly what I remember going down. This is what I was talking about, how I wouldn't want to go down this on a four-wheeler or a Jeep or anything. Going up wouldn't be bad. Going down is always, for me, going down is worse than going up. Because you have to stop yourself. And when you have momentum, you want to keep going forward. So if you're just a little bit high-centered, and you have to stop yourself. You're just gonna, the top of you is just gonna keep going, and you're gonna flip. That's why I would not want to go down this. There's so many like little rock ledges here that you'd have to go up and over, which would make it even worse. This is just crazy to think that back in the late 1800s, early 1900s, people were going up and down this somehow in something, either a wagon or some sort of like mining vehicle of some sort, or even just a regular like old truck, mining truck, like, you know, on like a beefed up Model A or Model T frame of some sort. It's just crazy to think about. Yeah, I don't need to buy anything, sorry. I don't buy followers. I don't know anybody who would want to buy followers. Why would you want a fake community when you can have an awesome community of real individuals? Oh man. There's any more uphill on this. Oh wow, head rush a little bit. that sun is hot. That breeze feels so nice. I mean, temperature-wise, it's only like, I doubt it's out of the 60s yet. Man, it is. Oh, that breeze feels nice. That breeze feels nice. This trail being so like windy up and down, even like this. It's like, why did you go around and then up and then you're going back down again when you could have just gone over? I mean, I guess there is a little bit of a rock, deep rock canyon right there, I guess. That is probably why. Hopefully I didn't miss a turn, because I've just kind of just been zoning out running, so hopefully I didn't miss a turn, and this is that little spur I was talking about that heads off to a dead end. No, this is the spur right here, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this is it. That's the one that goes to the dead end. So we're on the right trail. It's downhill, I will say, since I'm kind of back on my heels, that my quads are burning a bit. I gotta start working back into it before my training block starts. I need to slowly work my way back up to about, if I can get to between 40 and 50 miles a week, I'll be happy. And then first week of the training block is going to be a lot of just base fitness, easy miles, working my way up to 70-75 miles a week for the first 2 or 3 weeks. And then after that, I will be starting my more high intensity speed stuff, where I will still be doing 70-75 miles a week, but incorporating a lot more high intensity things. And then later on, around probably mid-January is when I'll start ramping up the miles, which probably won't be all running miles. I think I'm going to incorporate some bike in there if I can, just to ease the demand on my body a bit. But that's normally in a normal training block. For a mountain ultra, I would be doing about between 100 and 120 miles a week with 20 to 30,000 feet of vert. So I will not be getting the vert, which will help a lot as far as the demand on my body, but I'm gonna change it up a bit since I'm getting to be a few years older now. And it's like I see all these people that are, I would say, well, most of them are even a couple years, a few years younger than me, that are already incorporating a lot of cross training, like via bike or whatever, just because of the demand is a lot nicer, a lot less. And that way they don't get injured or risk injury, and I don't want to risk injury either. So, in fact, if I have any, the heck, oh, it's a weed of some sort. If I start having Achilles problems, I'm probably just for a couple of weeks going to do nothing but a bike. So just to maintain a lot of that leg endurance, but it'll be a lot easier on the Achilles let me heal. That was one of the big problems I had training for UTMB, is I was having such a great training block, and then all of a sudden started getting some Achilles inflammation. I had to back way off, and I know that affected my fitness going into UTMB. Either way, it didn't really matter, since because of environmental conditions, ended up pulling a hamstring. So it doesn't matter how fit I would have pulled that hamstring no matter what. So, and I can still feel that a bit too. I felt that I ran yesterday towards the end of it, before I completely bonked and was death marching back the last couple miles. This train block as well is going to be a lot of dialing in nutrition plan, that kind of stuff, because running a flat 100-mile ultra where I can basically, I have an aid station, it'd be my own thing, which I do need somebody to crew. Anybody out there wants to crew me for my 100-mile championships, hit me up. Some people to crew. But it's like I want to say it's a 1.6 mile loop, which is mostly asphalt and concrete with just a little bit of gravel mixed in there. And it's like buffed out gravel. But you go through the finish line every lap, so you're going by your crew tent. So, or their aid station. I mean, if I don't have anybody to crew me, then I'll just, usually they have a community crew tent set up where I could just set like a cooler for myself, or essentially a drop bag, and just go and do it myself. But it'd be nice to have a crew, because then I'm not going to stop every lap, but if I feel like I need something when I come through, I could tell them, and then by the time I come back around, it's all ready waiting for me. So it would be nice to have a crew. February like 17th maybe, so if anybody's free on February 17th, well, I know I'm close to the Black Canyon Trail now. This mining camp down here, you can see the Black Canyon Trail is actually right up there on top of that ridge, so I know you can see that mining claim from the other side. So we're close. Getting close. We're about probably a quarter mile away, maybe. I don't know how far down it actually goes. Maybe half a mile away. Yeah, so we'll be at a 10K probably. No, maybe not. I don't think we're gonna make it to a 10K. I think it's gonna be less than that, which is what I said. I said it'd be about 5 miles. Probably. I didn't think it would quite be 6. Somewhere down there is where we hit the trail. That might be half a mile away still. I do know that if you can make it up, the bottom is kind of iffy like what you see here. But if you can make it up that, there's actually some really nice spots to camp up there too. It's just a matter of can you make it up or not. I've seen one guy, there's a really nice camping spot down below where the Black Canyon crosses that I've seen some people. And it's a big, nice, wide open spot. So if you can make it up there with your fifth wheel, I wouldn't take a RV by any means, but you know, if you had a little bumper hitch or a fifth wheel that you took it slow with a 4-wheel drive vehicle with high clearance, get up there and it'd be a nice spot. It'd definitely be one of those where if you're a snowbird, you'd want to just sit there for 2 weeks. And then if you have an OHV as well, which would be more difficult. Well, I mean, I guess if you had a truck and with a camper shell on the back of it, that would be perfect too. And then you could haul like an OHV. Or if you had a trailer and you just had the OHV on the back of your truck, I guess, of some sort, would be nice. Because even then you could, I think you can, no, maybe you can't. I was going to say, I think you can go all the way down to Black Canyon City on some back roads here, but I don't think you can. So, you wouldn't really be able to make it to like the cafe, the Rock Creek Cafe or anything. Water and food, I guess. I went to the store yesterday after I left the campground to restock, and one thing I forgot, which this is the worst part about it. So one of the things I wanted to get was some Waterloo sparkling waters. Oh, you're looking at your drill schedule, you might be able to. That'd be cool if you could. But I walked around the store carrying a pack of Waterloos with me. And then I got to the very end. I looked at my list and I was like, oh, I can't forget these. So that was the very last item I needed to get. And in order to grab them, I had to set the Waterloos down on the shelf next to whatever I was grabbing. I don't remember what it was at this point. I just remember that's the only time I ever set the Waterloos down. And then I grabbed what I needed, went to the checkout aisle. I left those Waterloos sitting on the shelf. Which one, now I feel bad because I hate those people that like do stuff like that in any store where they set random items down because they all of a sudden decide they don't want it or whatever, and they don't want to go back and put it away. In my case, I just forgot. And it wasn't until I got about an hour away that all of a sudden it dawned on me I didn't have my freaking water. I left them sitting there. At first I was like, oh crap, did I leave them sitting at the cash register? And then I was like, I don't remember even having them at the cash register, and I didn't. I guarantee I didn't. Oh man. down is this trail? I know I didn't miss it. Is this far down? There's a big sign for it where it crosses. It'd be very difficult to miss. This is far enough down on the. This is further down the trail than we went, Rachel. But it'll be. Eventually, we'll get back on it after about probably half a mile or so. We'll be right around where we turned around at on the trail. I keep slowing down, looking to see if I can see where the trail is. Oh, it's just below this, because this is one of the what would be a nice camping spot if you can make it up here. It's right here. And I remember it is definitely below that. And at least, well, it would have been a year ago that I was out here when I was training for Black Canyon. At that time, I was like, I could make it up there in the van. I'd have to take it really slow through some sections down here, like I said, on the lower section. That's where, if you can make it through that, then you can make it up to that. That's for sure. What are those? Waterloos. Yep, there's the trail. Steve, now I can see the trail signs. I was like, you can't miss it. Big signs where the trail crosses. Okay. So now we are on the Black Canyon 100K course. But now we are going in the opposite direction of the race. This is as far as the race goes, one of my favorite sections, because it's a lot of rollers. You just did a huge downhill, which hopefully you didn't go down too fast. This would be about mile 12-ish around. No, yeah, about mile 12-ish probably around here. Would it be that far? No, it'd be further than that around here. This is probably about mile 14, 15. I think 12-ish is down at the aid station. Well, that's probably 11 something. But even then, we're still 3 miles from there. So, yeah, that should be about mile 14, 15-ish. But it's got some up and down on it, which feels good on the legs after just pounding that down, long downhill section. But as far as scenery goes, I love that section coming down the canyon. The one that I'm talking about where you're just pounding. If you're just going to go out for a run, I love that section. And I might like some of the other sections, I don't know. Because this is got some steep erosion cuts to it. I went through it at night, so I've never been on it other than night. Glad I remembered. Well, my first instinct is to be like, they're my sandals. But I remember Black Canyon because I was still pushing the first part of my race, even though I started off the race depleted because I was got some sort of stomach bug or something the day before, and I think really the only thing it could have been was lunch that I ate the day before. If I remember right, I think it was a sandwich that was probably sitting out too long that I ate. But whatever it was, I couldn't keep anything inside me. Didn't matter, whatever I ate, like 5 minutes later was spraying out of my ass. And so by the time I hit this section, because I had been pushing myself, my race pace that I was shooting for. And by the time I got here, I was just so dead. And I kept stopping, enjoying the views, taking little breathers, little breaks. And everybody kept going by me like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine, just enjoying the scenery." Didn't want to let them know that I really shouldn't have been out there anyways with the issues I was having. Almost dropped out when I hit Bumblebee, which is mile 19, which would be the next aid station going down the course. But yeah, I almost dropped out there. But I got to there and I was like, just take it easy, try and get to the halfway point. Got to the halfway point and did the math, and I was like, I could walk in at a very, very slow pace and finish. And so that's what I did, because at the halfway point is where my drop bag was, my only drop bag. So I was able to replenish everything, and after that, everybody, like, I'd get to an aid station and they were making fun of me because I had so much like gels and everything in my vest. And I packed everything in there because if I was going to be out there for a long time, one, I wanted to have as much nutrition as I could with the issues I was having. But luckily, by the time I hit the halfway point, I wasn't having any issues anymore. I was not having to peel off and spray out my bum anymore. And but I decided to use it as like a training run, knowing that at UTMB I was going to be carrying a heavy pack and going to have to be going at least through one night, or part way through one night. What I assumed. Well, I was gonna have to go through one night and possibly partway through another night. Figured if I took it slow, I could do like the last 10-15 miles in the dark with a heavy pack. And so that's why I packed everything I could into my vest. But yeah, the volunteers, I packed it like, God dang, you got enough stuff to be your own aid station. Like, you could set up anywhere and be a mobile aid station. And I'm like, yep. Because I probably had like, oh geez, what did I have? I had probably like 15 gels, as well as other things in my, like, what do you call it, crustables or uncrustables or whatever there are, because I threw a bunch of those in my pack frozen so that by the time I got to them they would be thawed out. And stuff like that. But all in all, I'm glad I finished, because by the time I got to the end, I actually was feeling great, because I was getting nutrients inside of me that I was keeping in and all that. It was like, shoot, I finished the last of that, those last 10 miles. And I think I averaged like 9.5 minute, 10-minute miles, something which wasn't the pace I was setting out to if I was having a good race, but compared to 20-minute miles, it's really good. That cow right there just scared the shit out of me. Oh, there's a couple cows right there. Should have been out and moved to Arizona. It looks so nice. I like Arizona. There's a part of me that just wants to move here, but the place I'd want to move would be too expensive for me to move to. But gotta go. Have a good rest of your run. Yeah. Thanks for stopping by. We're right above where that mining, oh yeah, there it is right there. It's a mining claim that I said you could see. So. Oh, I forgot there was this little bit of climb right here. I haven't drank any water yet. Speaking of water, and I ran out of water the other day. We've been out here for an hour and 20 minutes. Didn't drink any water. Especially being that I am sweating pretty good, actually. But I did drink a lot yesterday, so I'm guessing. Hello, Mr. Cow. You're hiding from me too, in the shadows. Maybe that's what I saw over by the van with a cow. When I got back from my run 2 days ago, at some point during the run, I had brushed into something. I don't know if it was a cholla, but it would have had to have been something like that. Because the regular cactus don't have the needles that I had sticking out of the side of my hand. There was like 20, 30 tiny needles, cactus needles, on the side of my hand. I do know there's some cholla that looks like that, but I don't remember running into it. So that tells you how out of it I was. And I don't know how long I had been running with it, but it would have at least been a mile and a half, because the last mile and a half was road, and I was walking down the middle of the road, so there was no brushing into anything. But gosh dang, that tells you how out of it I was. Running along the trail with a whole bunch of cactus needles stuck in the side of my hand. Well, and it was kind of the outside wrist bone where that protrudes. They were stuck there and then going like in about a quarter size area up onto the hand. So I didn't notice it till I got back, and I took my shirt off. I remember taking my shirt off because it was all sweaty, and I really needed to cool off, even though that last 2 miles I was getting rained on, but I was so hot from redlining, not from effort, but redlining from lack of nutrients and dehydration. But I remember feeling some pain there when I took my shirt off. So that would have been when my hand was going through my arm sleeve, and then man, this is a lot longer climb than I remember there ever being out here. But it's been a year since I've been on this section, going this direction, so And during the race, I don't remember much. Just being honest, at least on the first section. But then I sat down, and you know how you kind of put your hands on your lap or whatever. And I did that. And it ended up poking like my leg, and that's where I noticed. Because I was like, gosh dang, what was poking my leg? And then I looked at my hand, and I was like, oh, well that looks like it hurts. And it really, the needles themselves poking in my hand, I really couldn't feel. But man, plucking them things out sure did hurt. Man, it was like felt like almost like that burning pain you have from like, you know, road rash or like a rug burn or, you know, type of thing. That's what it felt like. And then talk about fun when my hands were numb and tingly, like my whole body was tingly from being completely depleted. I've never had like my fingertips go numb like that before. And like my fingertips were numb. So now I'm trying to, and I'm like really shaky, all that kind of stuff. Oh, cows, more cows. I think I scared them because they heard me coming up the trail. Hi guys. But so then trying to use tweezers when you're all shaky and all that, trying to pluck out cactus needles, that was not fun. Oh, yeah, I hear ya. Gosh dang, got 1,000 foot of vert. Like when we got to the top of that ridge, I wasn't even at, I was only at about 700 feet. 700 feet, so that means in this section and just those little tiny uphills we had on the downhill section adds up. Because I'm at 984 feet right now, and I'll still have just a little bit. I'll definitely hit 1,000. There's what was that, 4 miles? 5 miles. 5 miles, okay. So this is going to be a 10K. Easy. It's going to be more than a 10K. Maybe not more than a 10K, actually. Because once I get around the corner up here, I'm glad I wore these shoes. Thought about wearing my normal Keurogs. Would not have handled these bigger loose rocks. I'm wearing the Speedgoat 5s right now, which are still not the best as far as protecting your feet from rocks, but a lot better than those Keurogs are. But yeah, once I get around this little corner up here, then it's actually not that far to the mining road back down to the van. So we'll be just right above the van once we hit the corner up here. I mean, if you want flat line or straight line distance, probably only 1/10 of a mile. If I remember right. Pretty sure I'm right though. Ouch. Man, I wish I was here just a little bit earlier, because I think these fruits are a little bit past their prime. A little bit. Something out here though, as well as down in Tucson area, likes to eat those because their poop is chocked full of the little seeds from the fruit. I don't know what kind of animal it is, but something likes it. At first I assumed it was probably the coati, because it's not like, you know, deer scat or cow scat or anything like that. It's something else. I don't know what. At first I thought it might have been bear. But they don't have any bear here, and I'm seeing the same scat. Now it could be like javelinas. I know we have those down there. I have never seen one in that area where I'm at, where I stay at in Madeira. But I have seen coatis there. But here, I haven't seen any javelina, even though I know they're here. And I don't know as if there's any coati here, though. I've never seen any of them here. This is my bathroom emergency spot during one of my training runs last year. Oh, that breeze feels so good because my back is so sweaty, and so the breeze is coming like right up my shirt where it can, you know, below my running vest. And I just got my power warning, but we're gonna keep it going because we are getting close, and so we'll try. We might be able to make it all the way back. We'll see. But either way, I don't need any cell signal. I don't think I will trip and break a leg or something where I can't make it back and need to be rescued. I would at least hope not. Now, the other day, or when I'm back in a lot of places in Montana, then I always like to conserve that last little bit of battery, just in case I need to do a emergency call. I don't have one of those. I do need to get one of those little Garmin's that you can just send SOS messages on, or your family members can track you or whatever if you're really deep. Section winding around this much. I thought it more just did a nice little easy sweep along the outside edge of this ridge, but man, we're winding back and forth. There's a lot of cactus fruit on these cactuses. Maybe they're not past their prime. Maybe I just don't know how they're supposed to be. But they sure, some of them definitely look like they're well past the prime. Like they're starting to get a kind of a wrinkly outside on their outside skin, I guess you could say, on the fruit. But it's also part of me that keeps looking at these prickly pear, I don't know what you call them, leaves or whatever, because I do enjoy a nice cactus salad. It's kind of refreshing. maybe this, something like this is what I brushed against. Even that looks a little, those are a little bit bigger than what was sticking out of my hand. There is definitely a type of cholla that was out where we were at that has really fine, almost hair-like, and it almost looks like it just has a blanket of fur on the outside of it, because these were tiny little hair-like needles that I had stuck in my hand. That's why in a little, quarter size patch there was like 20 to 30 of them little bastards. There's a lot of fruit on these cactuses. I've had cactus fruit before, and I know that if you can get it when it's prime, it's actually pretty good. Doesn't have a lot of flavor, has a little bit of flavor to it, but it's really refreshing. Oh, I gotta run so that I can get back before my battery dies. This is a lot further than I thought it was. I thought we were a lot closer. Because we are at 5.6 miles and we're not even around the corner yet. Close, we're getting there. We're not there yet. See, this is the pile of poop I was talking about, where whatever it is has been eating the cactus fruits. So I don't know what kind of animal that is, but something has definitely been eating the cactus fruits. And that's why at first I thought it was bear, because that does kind of look like bear, but like I said, there's no bear around here. Probably bear further up into the Bradshaws, but they're not down here. So maybe it is a javelina, because javelinas love eating cactus anyways. But I haven't seen any sign of javelinas out here. Like even cows like to eat cactus, which is weird to me, because that tells you how, if you've ever had cow tongue before, either down in the Southwest or Mexican side of the house through like tacos de lengua, or for me it was just being raised rural and on the agricultural side, and so we had beef tongue and stuff all the time, just because it was, you didn't waste anything. It was kind of a special meal when I was younger to actually have it, like kind of not necessarily a delicacy, but it was a special event, because I mean, you don't see it a lot anyways. You only get one per animal, and it is a day's worth of cooking. It's like it's a whole event in itself just to cook tongue properly. So I still enjoy my tacos de lengua. There's a place in Austin, probably the best. It's just this little, there's my van down there. From where it's at, yeah, we might be close to 7 miles actually. because we haven't hit that. I guess kind of we did hit the corner that I was talking about, but really the corner is like right there, because we're like right above the van. But yeah, probably the best tacos de lengua is this little taco truck outside of a gas station in Austin, Texas, with this lady that's all she makes. That's all she makes. And hopefully you know some Spanish, because she does not speak English. And inexpensive. Goodness, oh man, those are good. The taco place in Helena that, what is it called? El Vaquera Taqueria, I think. And it's a guy, authentic Mexican food, not Americanized southwestern Mex-Tex kind of crap. I guess it's authentic. And community loves him and his wife. Like, they come together because they don't make a lot of money doing this. They make a pretty good amount, but I know they send a lot of money back to family in Mexico as well. And it's hard having a restaurant, period. You don't usually make a lot of money, but they have some of their kids just excel at different things. And so every now and then, whether it's hospital bills or helping, their daughter go to some sort of music camp or whatever, a community comes together to raise funds to help them be able to do a bunch of that stuff, which is really cool. I don't know if they have any younger kids anymore. I think their last one went to college. No, I think they do have another one. It's probably in high school. I think their daughter, that was musically talented, just like awesome. I think she headed off to college last year. I don't know. I've kind of been gone there, so I haven't been keeping up with everything. I just every now and then catch things like on Facebook or something. But yeah, that place. But anyways, to get back to it, when I was there a lot, I would talk to him quite a bit. He always did quote unquote experimental salsas that he would just throw together, and so he would always give them to me to try, to provide feedback and whatever. But every now and then he would make tacos de lengua just for me, because nobody else would hardly eat it. Even one time he made proper menudo, because once people find out there's tripe in it, they don't want to eat it. Like, gross. I'm like, man, if you prepare it properly, it is so good. His menudo is really good. It is so good. But yeah, his tacos de lengua are good too. Oh. So right there, if you can tell, this trail goes right there. That is what I deem the proper corner. We should be damn near right above the van. Like less than a quarter mile if you went straight line distance. We're easily got half a mile or more to get there. And I'm at 6.2 miles right now, so we're over 10K. Ow! That's what I ran through right there, but that scratched the fuck out of me. Even with my long sleeve shirt on, it like poked through my shirt. But it also caught my legs too. I'm guessing it was probably a mosquito. I wasn't paying attention, but after running out here in the desert, I always have to double check myself for mesquite thorns after every run, because I have a horrible reaction to mesquite. I will get the worst headaches from the toxins in the mesquite thorns. I have no other issues, just headache. But it is the most horrendous, debilitating headache. Oh man, I'm trying to just hit my 10% battery. I'm trying to, this is the growing season for the mesquites too. As you can see, they've pretty much lost all their leaves and they're starting to grow them back again already now, which is weird to think of. They're in their growing phase where there's a lot more thorns and everything. Yep, see? Now we're going around the corner. There's the van. That is less than a quarter mile away. I mean, even the freaking road is right there. We could just drop right down really fast. 1/10 of a mile down to the road. Take the road back, but no. We gotta continue around this corner for a good quarter mile and then probably a quarter mile. So from here, probably half a mile. I don't know as if we'll meet or get to 7 miles. Probably be just shy. I don't even know if the stream will still be up by then because I just got the 10% battery warning. So that's why I'm trying to push myself. Try and make it to the end of the stream. I do know that the little Jeep trail, or I don't even know if you call it a Jeep trail anymore. It's like barely a 4-wheeler trail. Goes down, pretty much goes straight down. So we will be bombing straight down. Well, I won't be bombing because I don't want to slip and trip and hurt myself. But good thing I had my hat and glasses on. Wasn't even paying attention. I ran right into that mesquite branch. Protected my face and head and eyeballs. I know that. Trail should be like right here somewhere. I didn't think it was this far. I guess it is. Oh, today after this is just going to be pretty much relaxing. I'm going to do some computer work. I should have enough battery to. Or I should say, I should have enough sun to where I don't have to worry about, like, it'll be able to power my computer without depleting my batteries, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And yesterday, because I didn't do much, I actually got a halfway decent charge. I was at over 50% when I got here last night, and then throughout the night I think I only dropped down to like 47. So after, I'm probably back up to 50 by now, I would guess. I've been drinking much water. Gotta drink some water. Jeez. Where the heck is the road down? I can see the road. I can see the bottom of it. Down where it connects to the road where the van's parked. I don't see it up top here. Well, this is it right here. It's gotta be. Yeah, this is it. This is it. Okay, so now we'll go back down. And we might actually make it before the battery dies. It'll be close. We'll see. And then I can sign off. And we will have a full video. Hopefully. I'll have to go back and look at the VOD. See if we even stayed up the whole time. But if we did, that'd be cool. But I will be leaving here, this spot anyways. Tomorrow at some point, no matter what. But if we're doing if Michael McKnight is starting tomorrow morning, I will be leaving here at like 4:30 in the morning in order for me to get to the studio, because it's in South Phoenix, down by the airport where the studio is. So it's about a 2-hour drive, and I want to be there early. And well, it's probably not a 2-hour drive that time of the day, I guess. But I still just want to make sure I'm there in time, no matter what. So, and who knows, if I get there really early, I might be able to go and find a Starbucks or something, a coffee shop somewhere, and get myself something, a nice fancy coffee or something. So, but if he's starting on Saturday, I'll hang out here for a little bit. But I need to be over at the expo out at Javelina headquarters for around between 1 and 2. So means I'd have to leave here, because again, that's probably, well, from here to there is probably only an hour. Instead of cutting across, we'll just go right here. Oh, I definitely hit the 5% battery. My screen just got black, or darkened, I should say. So we're gonna push it and see if we can make it to the end. I think we're actually going to hit 7 miles. 7 miles exactly. Nope, not quite. 6.98. I could run past it, but just to make sure I get the distance. Oh, I'm at 6.99.